Good morning, students. Hope you have completed your notes for first two chapters. So today we are going to start our next chapter, which is journal entry. So what do we mean by journal? Journal is a book of prime entry or a book of original entry in which transactions are first recorded in a chronological order, which means from where we start accounting, it is journal. It is basically the starting point for the accounting process. It record all the transaction or events which happened in term of money or which we can calculate in term of money. It recorded in chronological order, which means we need to record it in chronological order in a series. Like if we need to record transaction of May 1st to May 10th, we need to record it on basis of May 1, May 2nd, May 2, May 3rd, May 4th. After reaching 5th May, we can't post entry for 2nd May because it override the rule of chronological order. So we need to post in chronological order. Next thing is term used for journal. Following are the terms which we used in case of journal entry. First is book of original entry. It is the prime entry book in which the transaction are recorded for the first time. As I said, it is the basic point from where accounting process is started. We record all the transactions and events in journal. Next is journal entry. An entry recorded in journal is called journal entry. Whatever transaction or event we record in journal, it is called journal entry. And the next is journalizing, the process of recording transaction in a journal. The entry and transaction which we record in journal, what the process is called journalizing. So we are journalizing these transaction in journal. Next thing is posting, the transfer of journal entry to a ledger account. After completion of journalizing our journal entries, what we need to do next? We need to post these entries into the ledger. Next is format for the journal. It is a 5-column format in which first column is for date or SN number. Next is for particular in which we record our journal entry. Next thing is ledger folio in which we post the number of that ledger in which we record this transaction. Next is amount debited and amount credited. So this is the format for journal, which we also call five-column chart for a journal entry. These are the rules according to which we record our journal entry. First is rule for personal account. In case of personal account, what we do? Debit the receiver and credit the giver. Whoever receiving the money, we will debit him, and whoever giving the money, we will credit him. In case of personal account, how we know that the transaction will fall under personal account or any other account? By this. In case of personal account, there are significant names: Ram, Shyam, Shita. Maybe we can say that living things will come under this. Next is real account. In this case, we will debit what comes in and credit what goes out. In this case, we will follow only assets and liability. In case of assets are cash, bank, building, motor car, machinery. These we call asset. In case of liability, creditors, BP and bank loan. These are liabilities. Next is nominal account. In this case, in nominal account, we take only expenses and losses and income and gains. Whatever losses, expenses will fall under the nominal account. Rule for the nominal account is debit all expenses and losses, credit all incomes and gain. Let's post a single entry by using these rules. These rules also known as golden rules. First entry is commence business with cash. As we know, commence business with cash means someone bringing the cash in business. Who? Maybe the owner, maybe the director. So what we are receiving in business, we will debit it. We receiving cash. Here we receive cash in business, so we will use first formula, debit the receiver. Next is debit the what comes in. Second, real account we will use because cash is an asset. We will use debit what comes in. Cash comes in. Next thing is credit was goes out. Nothing is goes out from the firm, so this will not use. We will go to the first. Debit the receiver. No one is receiver here, so we will not use this. Credit the giver. Yes, who is the giver? The owner or the businessman is the giver, so we will credit, but we don't know the name of the businessman or giver, so we will use capital instead of the name of the owner. Next entry, purchase good for cash. Purchase good for cash. If we are purchasing something, it means we are paying cash. So in case of paying cash, which one golden rule will use? Debit what comes in? No, cash not coming. Credit what goes out? Yes, we are paying cash, so cash we need to credit cash. Here we credited the cash. Next thing is we purchased goods, so we need to use rule for this also. Debit the receiver? No. Credit the giver? No. Debit what comes in? Yes. What's come in? Goods. And for goods, as we don't know the name of the goods, we use purchase instead of the name of the goods. In case of goods, we know the name of that good. What we will use? The name of that goods, not purchase. Few are the transactions which we need to record. First is purchase transaction. Purchase transaction, in case of first transaction, is purchased furniture for cash. So we will use our golden rule in this case, and golden rules are these. First is purchase furniture for cash. Debit the receiver? Nothing. Credit the giver? Nothing. Debit what comes in? In case of purchase of furniture, what comes in business? That is furniture. So we will debit the furniture. Next is credit what goes out. When we are paying in cash for purchase of furniture, it means cash going out, so it will be to cash. And one more thing we need to learn, that after recording of every transaction, we need to mention a narration, which we call this. If you are not able to narrate this, what do you need to do? Just add being before this. It will be being furniture purchased for cash 8,000. Here being furniture purchased for cash. We need not to be mention amount in the narration. Next is purchase good for cash 10,000. Here also the same thing, that what comes in business is purchase goods. Here we don't know the name of these goods, so we will use purchase, and what we are paying? Cash. So whatever comes in business, we will debit it, and whatever goes out, we will credit it. Till now we did purchase transaction only. Now we are going to do sale transaction. In case of sale, when we are selling to someone, it means we are selling goods or anything, whatever we want. In consideration, what we will receive? We will receive cash or any other things. So maybe we are receiving cash or check, or maybe any documents which in consideration of our sale. So first transaction is sold good for cash 50,000. So we will use our golden rule in this case, and our golden rule is sold. We sold means something is going out of from us. Then where it will come? Debit what comes in? When we are selling goods, it means we are receiving cash. Here it is cash account debit. Clear? Next thing is what we are doing? Selling goods. So we don't know the name of the goods, so we will use sale instead of goods name. Entry is here. Credit was what goes out. What goes out in this case? Goods, but we don't know the name of the goods, so we will use sale instead of the name of the goods. Clear? Next is narration for this entry, being goods sold for cash. Same thing here. Next is sold machinery with cash. Same entry, but this time we know the name of the goods. So what we will use? Machinery instead of sale. Hope you got all the things in correct way. I will add these notes to your homework, and I will provide an worksheet also, in which I will provide 10 to 12 entries you need to do in textbook. Thank you.